Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome to Cheetah. Welcome to EVE Talk, your weekly look at the markets in EVE Online. And at the time of recording, the EverQuest Next Landmark Alpha has just launched. So if you find that the content is becoming a little smaller in scale, well, that might be a tip as to why that's happening. But yeah, we are here for the marketing EVE Online, so let's sit down. And I actually have a few suggestions that I received from a viewer today, so that's awesome, of course. But let's start with the normal stuff. We'll start with plex as always. And I'm happy to see that sellers are at 625 and buyers at 612. So it has come down a little bit finally. Will 640 up to 650 even on this data point become the top for plex? Let's hope so, for all the new players that joined the game, because plexing their account is of course one of those benchmarks that a lot of people look towards, and if that's not too hard, that's only going to be better for the game. Another thing that might just have impacted this as well is the 75 titans that were destroyed in nullsec in a single battle. Incredible scale of destruction there, and I would not be surprised if a lot of those people are trying to replace or help the replacement of all of those losses with some plexes. So by just buying a couple of plexes, putting them on the market, and then getting the ISK to buy the resources or whatever they need. And this might just have helped with supply as well, and there is a small sale going on too. So yeah, everything is pointing towards this being sustainable, this slight downtrend for plexes. Let's hope so, because I'm definitely looking forward to an investment opportunity myself. But yeah, plexes looking quite good. Oh, and I'll have to review at what time I started plexes. But let's move on to minerals here. Tritanium at around 215. Okay, minerals 215. Let's write that down. Let's see here. Tritanium, this is the 1 month chart, and well, it went up last week. We saw that quite clearly. It's been able to maintain it pretty decently. I think we were just at around 5 ISK, now above 520, and here it is plateauing. Let's have a quick look here at sell and buy orders. Yeah, sell orders coming online at 501 and buy orders at 499. So absolutely zero margin in this, and 5 ISK does seem to be the new price where people accept that Tritanium is correct, because I'm also seeing here 137,000 and here 1.3 billion. So there is still a little bit more demand than supply, I would say. But yeah, it's actually coming online right here at 504, so it might trickle up a little bit, but with a 497 1.3 billion order and then 484 2 billion orders, it doesn't look like Tritanium is going to go down drastically anytime soon, and the F5 ISK might just be a new price point for the foreseeable future, which is pretty damn good. If I go for a 1 year chart very quickly, it's been below 480 for quite a while, so it is actually a nice uptick here for Tritanium. Go back to the 1 month chart and let's have a look at the next one, Pyrite, which went up for the entire month quite nicely from 1160 to 1360, some data points even above 1380. Not bad at all. The trend is definitely here, but it might just be slowing down here as well. We'll have a look at supply and demand. Well, supply coming in 1331, which is pretty high, 40 million units. But here look at the demand of this, 426,000 units, 680,000 units, creeping up at 1312, 1313. So I do suspect that this uptrend is actually going to continue. It might be a little bit slower than before, because once they reach certain price points, the more supply does tend to come online, like 1330. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be quite happy with this. But yeah, definitely more demand than supply, and of course the nullsec action might not be foreign to this either. Next up, Mexalon, very nice rise over the entire month again, from 44.50 to 49. That's not bad at all. Again, here you can see that it might be slowing down, but if we take a look at supply demand here, yeah, 230 million Mexalon being bought for more than 49 ISK. That's going to put a serious floor on the price for Mexalon, and it's just more demand than supply at the moment for minerals. The HiSec ones at least, and so that's some pretty damn good news, I think, for newer players that do like the relaxed way of playing EVE Online by mining some minerals in HiSec. You're actually getting a little bit more ISK for the hours you put in. Next up, Isogen. That's not as pronounced. It actually knew a little bit of a correction back to 125, but it's already back up to 129 and heading towards 130. So again, here the supply demand situation could be interesting. 14 million being bought here. That's pretty much the entire front page here at 129, and then over here you can see some competition coming in at 130.3. so 130.3, yeah, this might continue to go up just slightly if demand can continue to be higher than supply. Yeah, Isogen might be going up as well. Just not as clear and as pronounced as the other ones. Let's have a look at Noxium next. What's that looking like? Well, definitely up for the month towards 715. Data points definitely pretty high towards 725. Supply demand situation here. Yeah, definitely look at all the competition on the demand side here. 0.30, 716.30, 8 million, then 0.32, 2 million, 35, 3 million, 1.3 million, 36, 38. You know, all of these are very new orders. So that's a lot of demand, very recent demand as well, and supply just isn't keeping up on that. I mean, there are opportunistic sellers here, 1.2 million for 728, and then here 3 million for 728 again. But I'm still seeing more supply than demand even here in Noxium. So this uptrend here, yeah, 728 towards 730 for the sell order. So this could definitely continue to go up as well. Let's have a look at Zydrine. Then, yeah, definitely up. Look at that. That's a very nice chart. 710 to 760. That's almost a 10% gain. That's definitely not an insignificant movement either. On the supply demand side, well, this looks a little bit more balanced, so I would be careful here. You have these pretty big orders at 777. Where is that on the chart? Up here. And you don't actually see like buy orders that are 10 times the big volumes on the sell order side. So I would say that Zydrine might be going a little bit more sideways than the other ones. There is no clear demand that is outstripping supply here at the moment. Look at that, 6 million of them. This is actually pretty damn big. That's almost 10 million units. That's one day, a little bit less than what's traded in a single day. So supply is here for Zydrine, I would say. Be a bit careful. This increase in price might just stall a little bit. Next up, we'll have a look at Megasite. Oh, actually want to have the chart first. Wow, that's really now pretty damn sharp since the last week. Going from 1580 to 1615. And let's have a quick look here at supply demand. Well, this is also looking a little bit more balanced than what we have in the HiSec minerals, but for both Megasite and Zydrine, you do have to keep something in mind, is that the sell order side of the equation here is very dominant. There are very few people that will sell to buy orders because they know that Megasite is very valuable compared to Tritanium at 5 ISK. If you have Megasite at 1600 ISK, that's very valuable, pretty rare. Not a lot of players can get this themselves. Thus, the suppliers do dictate in a large portion the market here, and this is why, of course, you're also seeing some competition coming in at the 1600 mark, and that is right here on the chart. So it's even a little bit higher than that. All of this will probably get picked up, and it's at 1638. Where you're seeing more and bigger orders come in, and that's even above the chart. So it's definitely the sellers that are dictating the market for Megasite, and it's looking like it might just go up from that point of view. Let's have a quick look at Zydrine then, if that also takes a jump. No, unfortunately not that much. So this is a little bit more normal of a stable price, whereas Megasite is taking a really big jump here. It's just some opportunistic supply coming in at 1600, but most of it is like 1638, 1640, something like that. And that's really the price people will have to pay to get their mega site. Finally, we'll have Morphite, which is a little bit different, 7600 ISK. That one is not up that much compared to the other ones, although it's still, you know, if you look at the start of the month, 7300. Now you have some data points at 7700, current price 7.6. Yeah, not a bad movement either, but I'm seeing again decent supply compared to demand, but this is once again because supply does dictate the price for a large part of Morphite. Yeah, so that's it for the minerals. Definitely a general uptrend on most of them. This might be just due to more activity in the game itself, but of course the nullsec losses might just be a part of that as well. So let's put 1035 here and move on to the Tech 1 ships. Let's see if those big battles have had an impact here. Let's see the Drake here up a little bit, but overall, you know, this is from let's say 45 to 47 million. That's not that big a movement, so this is pretty much a sideways movement for the Drake, despite the chart that it does show some variation here. But overall there is still more supply than demand. That's pretty obvious. 120, 125, 150 at around 48 to 49 million. So it's kind of normal that it will fluctuate in between there if someone comes in, buys a lot of them to create their fleet, because they are very cheap at the moment. You're going to see like an upswing like this one right here. If on the other hand that's not happening, you'll see a bit of a downtrend, but it will stay well within the price band just because this market is so oversupplied. Let's have a look at the Maelstrom. Battleships had gone up quite significantly last week. Now they've corrected back, but the new normal price is probably yeah, it went back below 180. So this is correcting a little bit. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Let's see if it means that there's some oversupply. Yeah, maybe a little. Look at that, very recent 10 Maelstroms coming in, 177.8 million. Yeah, that's just new supply coming in, taking advantage of that spike, and it's already correcting back. So it doesn't look like that's going to be too sustainable. Omen again pretty much sideways here, so we're probably looking at a well supplied market. Yeah, 102, 35, 12, and over here you can see 17, 20, 30 of them being bought. They're actually being bought, those Omens. Let's see the rock. That one is still going up, so that one has not corrected yet. What's going to be interesting here is the supply demand, which looks, let me see here, not that much recent buy order activity. On the sell order side though, a lot of recent ones, but they are very much in competition at 197 million, which is even higher than this. So yeah, this could definitely go up. The big supply is only coming in here with 35 units at 215 million. So the rock, it might still have a little bit of momentum in it to go even higher than what it is now, coming closer and closer to 200 million. Pretty interesting. The Talos then, let's have a look at the chart, but I'm already seeing a bit more supply. Look at that, very recent, 12 of them, 76, so that's probably sideways. Yep, it is at around 73 million mark. So this is a well supplied and balanced market. This Talos, it would seem. 73 is right in the middle of 70,000 for buyers, 70 million for buyers, 76 million for sellers. So you have a little bit of activity on both sides on this. You can obviously see that the chart at 73, that's right smack in the middle of that. That means that people are actually buying them directly from the market. But there are also some people coming in with Taloses, selling them directly to buy orders as well. And it looks well supplied to me, pretty much balanced. So it's probably going to continue to move sideways. Next up, Tech 2 ships. We're writing down 1350. Let's have a quick look at some trade opportunities. Perhaps Absolution was going just more sideways movement. It corrected a little bit, but yeah, it's still hanging at that normal price of 198. Supply demand, well, here you have 14 of them coming in, so that is probably not going to break 200 million anytime soon. So yeah, Absolution, don't think we want to invest in that. Astarte continually going down towards 210 now, and let's have a quick look at the charts. Yeah, it might be time, if you want to invest a little bit in Astartes, maybe if you can pick them up on the buy order side of things below 200 million, that could be pretty good. I'm seeing some supply coming in here for 214. Let's have a quick look at that 1 month chart, which is right here. So yeah, it's not going to go up just anytime soon. Too much supply at 214 at the moment, but maybe some buy orders, you know, if you can pick them up below 200 million, you're probably looking at a good investment. Claymore also going way down, so maybe some purchasing opportunity. Damnations, look at that, very nice, moving up quite a lot from 215 million to 250 million. That's pretty damn significant. 255 for sellers, but more importantly, even the buy orders have followed suit at 241. So this was obviously your opportunity right here, the Damnations, which have struggled for quite a bit at around the 220 mark. That's a 20 million, 30 million markup in just like 1 week, maybe a little bit more than that. But yeah, pretty damn interesting. And of course, it does show you that you have to try and spot those buying opportunities, so you have a few in reserve that you can take opportunities of such spikes. And it does show that there is still some activity in the Tech 2 market for trading. EOS not so much. Guardian, it knew its spike a few weeks ago, now it's correcting right back. The question is, can you pick some up at a good price on buy orders? Maybe that could be a good idea, because look at that, a spike up to 170, current price 155, that's not really low enough to buy just yet. Maybe if it goes a little bit lower and you can pick them up like below 150, you might make a good deal out of that. Nighthawk still going down, look for buying opportunities. Sleipnir, that feels pretty much sideways to me, and then Vulture going down as well. So yeah, Tech 2 market going down, whereas the Tech 1 market is going up because of the minerals. Maybe some buying opportunities are there for this stuff. Next up, Tech 3 ships, 1630 is what I'll write down. And yeah, let's have a look at this. Probably, yeah, Legion correcting right back towards 142. Loki 140, extremely low at the moment. Proteus also breaking 140, that's pretty damn bad. And then the Tengu breaking 142 once again. Am I correct here? Well, it stayed right above it, but you can see there's definitely oversupply. 9 of them pretty recent, 13 of them pretty recent, coming in at 142.3 million or just below that. This is where the action is. There is more supply than demand. Proteus, similar picture. Look at that, 79 of them being sold at 139 million, like probably 3 hours ago or something like that. That's way more supply than the market can handle at the moment. Loki, 16, 80, 25 of them. You see nothing like that on the buy order side, and 162 legions being sold here for 142 million. Yeah, that's just, there's just no way that the price can significantly increase because of all of this supply. Tech 3 market, it's been like that for probably about a year or so. It's just way oversupplied, and you can get your Tech 3 ships for very cheap. So that's it for the normal stuff. Let's start with some of the suggestions I've got at around 1750. We have nitrogen isotopes, so I will make a search for that. Nitrogen isotopes. Let's have a look here at the chart. That's going up quite nicely, and from 850 towards 910, that's 60 difference, closing in on 10%. That's ICE products, so I'm guessing that that is bound to the Caldari fuel blocks, because that's also part of the suggestions. Supply demand, well, there is a lot of demand. Look at that, 20 million, 27 million right here. There are not such big supply orders coming in, and it's at 900 ISK. Let's have a quick look here at the chart. Yeah, that's definitely up. Those big orders right here, this big demand is of course putting a new floor on the price for nitrogen isotopes, pushing the price right up. And another part of this was helium. Is that also part of the helium isotopes? No, that's also an ICE product, so it's pretty similar. And the viewer said closing on a 1-year high. Yep, look at that chart, very nice. It went to 550 at the bottom, here at 350. These are ICE mining changes, but it's once again coming towards 700 ISK. Very damn high for helium isotopes as well. And let's have a quick look here at supply demand. Well, there is still some supply that I'm seeing here, although this is a big order. It's already more than a day old at 665. And there is some supply coming in, so I guess it's just a general more demand than supply situation. But yeah, these are definitely two isotopes that are very high and that have known a serious increase in price, which will probably translate in an effect on the fuel blocks. So let's have a look at that here quickly. Amar fuel block 15.2. If I go for a larger chart just for the trend, you can see though that it's been going up quite a bit. It's actually the highest it's been in, well, since August or something like that, so maybe even July. So yeah, it is slowly going up here for Amar fuel blocks. Caldari fuel blocks, similar situation right here, breaking 17,000 and maybe slowly still trending up. It's not very drastic, but yeah, there might just be a little less supply now after people have burned through their reserves of ice, which they used to have, because ice was an infinite commodity. You could mine all day long and you could still get ice. Right now it's there is actually a limit to how much supply can come in a single day. Galente fuel blocks though, they are not doing that well. They're above 14k, but that's pretty much a sideways movement since the summer. And then Minmatar fuel blocks is in the same situation as you. It's Amar and Caldari fuel blocks that might have more demand than supply at the moment. So if you're looking to maybe increase the efficiency of your ice mining, perhaps you could look for some ice that will help with the construction of Caldari and Amar fuel blocks. You'll probably make a little bit more money in that. So very interesting stuff. Yeah, and those were the suggestions. So basically a little bit of isotopes and Caldari fuel blocks, or fuel blocks in general. Yeah, I'm seeing Amar and Caldari going up quite a bit. So we might actually see a portion of the Galente ice miners or the Minmatar ice miners move to Caldari Minmatar, Caldari Amar systems, excuse me, just to increase their profits a little bit. It's something that might happen. Overall, I do think on the long term this will all stabilize and work out quite nicely, because it's a pretty stable supply-demand situation despite the general uptrend in some of them. And then finally we'll end up at, well, 2150 for the SOE ships, because the Nestor has been launched, and I am a little bit curious about that, if my prediction for the Stratios has come true or not, and it has not. No, I'm not really seeing it. I was expecting the Stratios to start going back up, but nope, breaking 340, Cellors 329, so that's definitely still going up. I'm a little bit surprised by that, because I would have expected the launch of battleship, faction battleship, pirate faction Nestor, 1.7 billion. That is amazing, and it's actually, well, you have some data points way lower, but that is an incredibly high price. And I would have expected, look at it's a decent amount of supply. Look at that, there's actually quite a few Nestors that are here on the market. I mean, it's a ridiculous price. I would never pay that, but I would have expected that this would have an impact on the Stratios, which it has not. The reason for this might be the announcement on the live stream that there will be a new way, I think, of getting Sisters of Eve loyalty points by destroying rogue drones. So you'll get some drop that will help here, and the aim is to make them a little bit more affordable. So that might just be the reason. Of course, if enough people know about this, they might just say, well, I'll hold on before buying a Nestor or another Stratios, wait to see until they implement this, and then they will become cheaper over time, which is an aim from CCP. And so usually when the gods at CCP decide that they want something like the Nestor and the Stratios becoming a bit more accessible, they'll usually get it done one way or the other. So yeah, Nestor 1.7 billion. If people actually bought them for these prices, that's a lot of money made by the guys that decided to go for some Sisters of Eve loyalty points. But for me, it's just too early, and the fact that the Stratios is still continually going down, I do think it's just a matter of time until this market settles down with the added supply that's going to come in by the new mechanic added by CCP. It is only going to increase the movement here. And so I do think it's just a little bit too early at the moment to really go and buy your Nestor. It's going to go way down, in my opinion. Anyways, that's it for this Eve Talk, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.